Hi everyone. So I'm Selena, and we're just gonna delve into like the intersection of Asian Americans and environmental justice today. That being said, let's dive in. So over the six past week, I want to start off by saying like it was a really fun time spending um and getting to know everyone in the program, as I really enjoyed the field trip and activities while simultaneously getting to better my knowledge about environmental justice in these past 6 weeks. And something I learned, amongst all the things I've learned, something important I learned is really how racism has like an effect on environmental issues. We're usually the ones affected by environmental impacts the most are people of color, minority groups, or like poorer parts of the community. That is predominantly like Black and Brown communities. Because that, because of this, environmental justice also connects to like social justice. And then like back to where we are, the most affected groups listed don't often have a voice within their like environmental justice actions, such as something called redlining. Redlined community are something result of a distrust towards like predominantly Black and Brown communities, and their communities are marked as dangerous, thus causing banks institutions and to restrict access to people who live there for like financial aid, and that often like leads to poor health and like decreased job opportunities and like poor air quality and accessibility to healthy green food, good food. Basically, like having green areas and grocery stores in those areas, and often most of the time, sadly, those areas are packed with like fast food areas. Nevertheless, that was really surprising to learn, as I never really learned this prior to the summer academy. So why did I choose this topic? The reason why I chose this topic is because I always felt really connected to my identity of being like an Asian, hence why I chose to research more about this topic. Anyways, getting back to my project, I actually prepared a poem for this project, and this poem was something I came up with when I was working through my days. So let's start. So this poem is called Resilience, the Journey of the Wishing Crane. The land of East meets West, bounded by echoes of the past. A tales of struggles unsealed, of Asian American journeys revealed, with roots stretching overseas, a collection of culture and melodies. They've woven stories rich and diverse, in a land of where dreams are reasserted. Our ancestors crossed oceans wide, seeking dreams in faraway tides. Yet with every step on foreign land comes wave of new battles unplanned. Challenged by a changing land, they exerted, they fought, taking stands. Yet their voices go unheard as they face the tide of assert. Where natural's beauty once divulged in a land where it was once indulged. Injustice erodes all over the land, destruction dealt by the profit, greed, hunger hands. From bustling cities to pleasant fields, the melody of our once beautiful earth becomes a battlefield. Where the seeds of countless hearts concede, Mother Earth will we reconcile and intercede. The struggles are intertwined, injustice face, truth unkind. For every environmental battle won brings justice to every daughter and son. This poem is born from a passion deep to voice the silence to break the sleep. For in our roots like strength and grace, and yielding will finds our place. This place talks of Asian American strife in a world where they seek a harmonious life. With the land they tread, wounds of injustice bled with red. Environmental and social justice unite in the fight to mend day and night. The impact shall not be ignored, the legacy we are forging for. It matters, for we are all connected through histories that are intersected. Together, we must be strong to heal the land and just the wrong. And that basically marks the end of my poem. And I just want to give a little context to like everything. And basically, I'm just talking about how like racial justice and environmental justice are like interconnected. And according to like a recent research condoned on like Asian women's safety, hate crimes against Asian Americans has increased by 333% and 77% of Asian American and Pacific Islander, also known as AAPI women. They also personally experience like racism or like any type of discrimination. The Stop Asian American and Pacific Islander Hate Movement is work to combat like harmful systems like the white supremacy. And this system kind of just like oppress and hurt marginalized communities. These systems also affect how people think of like protecting the environment and conservation efforts. So fighting about racism and oppression is not only about social issues, but also protecting our planet. This is just a quote by like a journalist, I believe. Yeah, and it's about like let me just read it. Asian immigrant and Asian American community cares a lot about the environment and often consider themselves as environmentalists. Asian Americans and Asian immigrants have been crucial in advancing conceptions of environment and advancing community-based activist approaches to environmental justice, by Kimmy Watt, I think. Okay, so the origami crane is I just want to explain like basically the name of my poem and where it came from. This is basically the symbol to my poem, hence why it's called like the journey of the wishing crane. As to why it's called this, is because like the origami crane is like a classic and iconic symbol in Asian culture that means like in various contexts that means hope, peace, and resilience. And this kind of like symbolizes the strength and unity of Asian American communities in face of challenges related to environmental justice and just like anything. And I actually really like handcraft, so I created like three versions of cranes or like crane related origamis. And like yeah, and then I also as for the text, red symbolizes luck and fortune. And basically I just want to represent like my culture out there. And like I didn't really have any red origami paper, but like the left is actually a magenta pink, but like it's still good. So yeah. So the next slide is this, and it's just like the links to if you want to make these origami, I guess. Yeah. And then the end.